And I'm Dee Dee.
And we are the Cosmic Sisters. So, I'm going to start off tonight talking about corrupted feminine energy. And I will basically start off with a story that I have. That something that actually happened to me a couple of weeks ago. It was really bizarre. But I feel like it's warranted in talking about what our idea or what is part of the corruption of feminine energy. And I basically feel that the corruption of feminine energy is just a seeping of the corruption of the masculine energy, and that's pretty much what it ultimately is. So I met a young guy, a young man, and just walking, strolling the mall, and you know how men do. You come up to a female and you spit your little game and all of that. But it was pretty much a candid conversation we started to have, and there was an obvious attraction, more so on his side, I will say, but I felt like it was more of a thing that I had to assist him in something and help him with something, but nevertheless, I could definitely tell that this guy is trying, like he is trying to change his ways of thinking or just how to perceive things. And you can tell that he's had like a tough time with women in the past. And we just was having simple conversation. And I noticed things started to change with him in the way that he spoke from when he initially approached me. Things just gradually changed for him, and for the good, I think. And there happened to be some distractions along the way. It was a young woman who felt the need to follow us, through the mall. And she ended up approaching him while I was there. It didn't bother me initially because I really didn't see it going any further than what it was. But it was just a distraction of, my friend wants to talk to you and she thinks you're cute, and, doing this all the while I'm standing there and not knowing what our situation could be. This young woman with a child, I might add, a young little girl with her, just kept back and forth doing this all the while I'm talking to this young man, just really giving him some insightful information. I felt as though I was called to do that. And she just persisted to do this throughout the course of the afternoon. Now, this is a very long story, but I'm just getting to the basics of this being a bizarre case, but women feeling as though we have to compete against one another. That is not what we're made of. That is not our makeup. That's not innately who we are to be. That is something that is learned, that has been passed on. And this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Again, although it's an outlandish thing that did happen, that, this is just, I can't say that I've ever went through anything this drastic, but this is just the skin of, or like one of the main things that I think is pulling us apart as women, feeling as though we have to compete with each other. And by doing so, you are relinquishing your power to men, to the dominant force of corrupted masculine energy, giving into what they try to tell you are, and then you go against each other.
As far as women believing that we have to compete against one another for the sake of a man, the fact that we have to think that we need to compete isn't in our nature, because women we're just naturally more loving, more caring and nurturing. That's just who we are. So for us to think that we have to compete isn't our nature, especially for a man. If there's such thing as competing, why not be a friendly competition to see who could do the most for the world, or who could aspire to be the next role model for young girls to believe that they can do and be anything that they want. Break all of the glass ceilings above our heads that tell us we can't do this because we're a woman, we can't get equal pay because we are women. All of these things. Why not work towards that instead of trying to work towards stealing someone's man? Why do we take pride in stealing someone's man? Stealing anything, really. We are strong creatures. This planet could not go on without the feminine energy. Even men who do not necessarily want to acknowledge that, you're here because you have to pass through some woman's womb. That's just how it is. Yes, the seed was planted, but you can plant seed in dirt. You're a man seed in dirt and you still won't grow a child.
There's no creation without the womb.
There's no creation without the woman. Even the soil is the womb. So the thing is, we are not main pieces or side pieces. We're not a 7-course meal where we're side dishes or main dishes or anything like that. We're women. And you deserve to be with a man that sees you as the only one. You are the only one. There is no other on the side. If he is not satisfied with you, it's because he's not satisfied with himself. And there's nothing in this world that's going to fix that hole, that gap in him to make him complete. And the same goes for women. If you think it's okay to be aside something or take a man from someone else, you're trying to fill a hole of something you're missing in your emotional state, your emotional mind, your emotional pain body, whatever you want to call it. You're not facing that. And it's a very hard thing to do. I do it every day. Got to face that emotional pain body.
That's right.
But you have to do the work, because that's the only way you're going to get better. Believe me, you talked to me 10 years ago, I wouldn't be this person right now. Talking about women's empower this and stuff like that. I didn't have this kind of mindset. It came upon me through the most difficult points in my life. And that is the essence of a concrete rose, if you will, or a seed coming up from the soil, struggling in the darkness until she reaches the sun. This is what it's about to be. This is what it means to be a woman. Not chasing some man up and down the street with your child in your hand.
We need to come together, you know. We can't stress that enough in the videos that we have put up so far. And whatever we can do, if it's 3 views, if it's 3,300, whatever views, as long as it's reaching someone, you know, to be a part of this change. It's happening. It is happening. But these are the things that we have to pull away from. We can't go on those thought processes anymore of being told who we are. We have to stand tall and stand strong in our right and know who we are.
In closing, I guess, let's stop being decorative pieces for men. Decorate your own life.
Exactly. We don't need to make a man look pretty. If he's pretty and beautiful for his spirit, he will be acknowledged as such. He doesn't need a woman because of her surface to make him look a certain kind of way. It will be her spirit that should draw in nothing but the highest vibrations. So, you know, if you're stuck in the thought process of who you think you should look like and who you think you should be with to make him look a certain kind of way, it's time to come off that. Come off of that. You're much better than that. I'm sorry that the media is putting another piece of thing out there for you guys, but it's a tough road. But that road that those entertainers and those people that they travel on is a tough road too. But we all got to be a part of something to change it for the better and stop being a part of the corruption. Till next time.
The next time.
Peace.
Dreams are reality, reality's all make-believe.